Excuse me. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We are getting ready to do episode 2 of Light of Xaryxis. This is a new Spelljammer campaign. I hope you guys will enjoy it. All my players are excited for it. I'm excited for it. We did do our session 1 was kind of like a preliminary one, where it's how they got into the Spelljammers in the first place. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and we all look forward to bringing this to you, Twitch. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, everybody. Welcome to the game. So, I'm going to start out with a intro. And then we will get to the actual gameplay. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be... After completing the initial training simulation, you've all been kept on the same crew due to your teamwork you utilized. You all spent the first year going through extensive training in your specific positions, and many simulations. You've all learned several positions on the ship, as well as boarding procedures and strike team movements. Most importantly, you've learned that diplomacy is often a better use of resources than combat. While you were given leave to go home and make visits, or step into new worlds, cities, and realms, Cal's actions often landed him in the brig, and nearly got him court-martialed and jailed more than once. The histories and cultural differences you have learned have been of great importance in your past missions. A white-hot star in the center of the system has been the fuel of the Astral Elves' magic, but after thousands of years of exploitation, it has began fading more than a millennia ago, leading to a devastating effect on both the Astral Elves' magic and their hold on their own system. Rumors have been circulating saying the light of the star dimming, has been, I lost my spot. Rumors have been circulating that say the light of the star has been dimming at a much increased rate. The Astral Elves who rule the small 3-planet system have been harvesting something from it, attempt to tap the energy of other celestial bodies to replenish the strength of their own star. How this is being done is not as of yet understood, but it is known to be happening, as at irregular intervals it shines brighter for a time before dimming yet again. A civil war has been brewing, as both Princess Zadali and Prince Zelith have been vying for control of both the Xaryxian Empire and Xaryxis, the star the Empire receives its power from. Those in charge have brought this to the attention of the Spelljammer Navy, but safe for now, it is nothing to worry about as it is so far away. So I wonder how true that is. We find our would-be heroes on leave in Thesalys, the third planet in orbit around the sun Lanth, in the crystal sphere known as Great Space. People of Thesalys being one of the most advanced civilizations known, 5 governments that rule over the celestial body of varying climates, peoples, and terrains. Each government vies for control using secrets and diplomacy instead of war. Knowledge, experimentation, and innovation are at the height of importance across all 5 of the dominating governments, leading to good lives for the peoples of this planet. The day after docking here, in a small coastal town of Saltcrest, the deluge of falling stars that has lit up the evening sky for the past several nights. Some say these celestial events are an omen of impending disaster. Others believe they are a precursor to the gods descending from the heavens to walk the land. But no one knows for sure. The area teems with life, from small water-based birds, fish, and primates on the outskirts of town. Sorry. People go about their daily lives, but even in this tropical vacation-based town, the meteor storm permeates every conversation you could overhear. Having now docked days ago, our heroes have spent some time with friends and family that are here and are each heading to a planned meetup to enjoy the camaraderie at a terrace with good drink and better company. The smell of the sea and the warmth of Lanth making the drinks go down easy. Rings of a well-earned break from the patrols through the Astral Sea. You're finishing your midday meal while listening to a blacksmith talk about being awakened last night by a loud crash. You'll find yourselves in the bottom corner of this map. As you sit there and enjoy your drinks, you all hear the human blacksmith. Ah! The fool! My neighbor! His house destroyed. There's a big crash and a massive crystalline vine just shooting straight through his roof. It was hilarious. Around him at his table, several others laugh, as they are all well known of this troublesome neighbor. The blacksmith turns around, still soot on his face. Of course I'm telling the truth. You should see it. It's, just the other side of town. Shouldn't take you long to get there. He starts naming, giving you directions. Take a right and then a left, another left, a right, straight forward for a while. You haven't been here very long, so, and the town, although not massive, you can tell that his directions are just going to lead you in circles. Just trying to have some fun with some newcomers. Ain't seen you all around much. Who might you all be? Yes. And I'm Barnabas. Best blacksmith in town, I tell you. Well, don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'll make some mighty fine weapons. I got I have a shop just not far from here. Out the door, take a right, down about 5 minutes walk. You'll see it there. Barnabas Blades. He's gonna look over at Astral, since she's sitting next to him. He's this one's a little daft, didn't he? Right, right. At this point in time, uh the earth suddenly begins to shake violently beneath your feet. You hear the dull roar of a distant eruption. Most of the bar kind of pauses for a moment as they, hold their feet and look at each other, and there's a sudden rush for the door to see what is going on. Yeah, outside that window, you see an alley. You see a couple buildings. Okay. As you all start heading outside, you notice a woman dressed much like a pirate follows you all out, along with much of the rest of the bar. For sure. As you guys head outside, yeah, as you guys head outside, this woman says, gets near your group and says, where? She kind of looks over at a Cal and a Stariel next to her and says, I think it's time I return to my ship. You look rather hardy, you and your friends. You're welcome to join me if you wish. You'd be wise to flee as well. And she starts to leave. You and Albus are still in the bar. Yes. I would say probably not. You guys, well, there's not really much of a uniform. Motherfucker, how dumb do I look? Of course I know what civvies means. Yeah, but like, you still got like your armor. I figure that's what you meant, is like just regular civilian clothes. No, you're not Navy SEALs. But you'd be in civilian clothes, but probably still have your armor and such, for those of you who have armor. This is 6 years later, 7 years later. Annapolis is for all Navy, not SEALs. Anyways, we'll continue on now. All right, so Shuck and Albus, you guys leaving the bar or you hanging there? Well, she's already way out. Like, you're still sitting in the bar is what I'm saying, man. Okay, then move your token, my guy. What? Nope, nope. There's a map. Albus, can you see yourself? Okay, good. Excellent. There we go, everybody. Damn. Okay, so as you guys get outside, she begins to head towards her ship. It's this one right here. However, Albus. Actually, no, I'll deal with you in a moment. As she heads towards her ship, the ground beneath you churns again. More eruptions burst through the streets all around you. From these sites sprout smaller crystalline vines that uproot themselves and begin lurching through the street, driving panicked citizens before them, while the enormous vine in the distance stretches even taller. No, you have not. Albus. As they all start following this person towards her ship, you remember something. Your family is here. I mean, you have visited them, but it is quite obvious that whatever is happening here is dangerous and probably going to wipe out the town. I'm so glad you asked. Give me a perception check, Cal. Well, your own ship is docked here, but it doesn't belong to you. You guys are a crew on the ship. However, there is more than 15 other people on that ship, including the captain. Isfaharan. You give me a perception check. Cal doesn't notice the ship. Yeah, you do. As you notice, the ship is not docked anymore. You look up into the sky and you see it sailing off on a very angular, diagonal trajectory. You see the way its sails are beginning to unfurl, that it is getting ready for battle. Before Isfaharan, as you see this, your ship continuing to rise, before I can get out of the atmosphere, you see something smash through it as it begins to suddenly descend towards the water. The object that shot through it lands in the water, and quickly a massive crystalline vine grows from the water, pulsing with an ominous glow. I mean, he pointed out the ship, so yeah, probably. No. This is brand new. Nobody has seen something like this before. To the east, as you get near here, you see this crystalline vine, much smaller than this massive one over here, which is hundreds of feet tall. You also notice these creatures that seem to be made of strange vines, slaughtering the people of the town. What would you guys like to do? You want to run after his family first, or you want to drop these creatures? Hope for the best. Which I believe is a minute cast time, I think. Oh, an hour. Yeah.
And maybe try to take one or two out before running in that direction. So he's moving up to about here, and he's drawing his blade.
I don't like skipping a fight, but I'd point out that the same thing could be happening to the family right now.
Yeah.
Do we have any like emotional connection to this town beyond his family being here? Like, is this a
Nope.
place that we're supposed to be protecting?
Well, I mean, you're part of the spell jamming navy, so you're supposed to protect everywhere, but no actual emotional connection.
Yeah, we're just chilling on shore leave, and this is going down.
I'm going to stick
go.
with it's Albus's family's here or Ishfahan?
Yes, Albus.
So I'm gonna stick with Albus. If you guys want to split up and take care of these, go ahead. But their lives are not as important as our crews.
Yeah, but like Cal's waiting for everyone to run, so he's with everyone. He's not going to engage these guys. He's just going to start running with you with his sword out.
As we're running, I want to pull something out of my gray bag of tricks.
Now, what might that be?
Well, I don't know. I got to roll for it.
All right. Well, you do that. And if you guys are heading off to the next area,
Yep.
you guys see my ping?
No. Yes.
Drag yourselves out here.
I suggest we run as fast as our legs can carry us.
Surprised nobody wanted to investigate that thing that you guys have never seen before.
I was eyeballing it, but if we're taking off, it's enough for him to want to just start moving.
How do I pull out a giant rat? I can't just click and drag it out.
I have to give you access to it.
At the end of the session, if you don't have my list of things, I'll send it to you so you can give me access to all my gray bag of tricks. You already gave me my familiars.
I'll look at Albus and say, I'm following you.
I'm just adding some shit to. There you go. It is now in.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, giant rat wasn't on your list. That's why I gave you all the ones from the list you gave me.
What do you mean gray bag of tricks has a giant rat? It says right there, number 2. The
Oh,
things you
those are
put
your
in my
familiars,
thing
right?
are for my familiars. Yeah,
Gotcha,
we never
gotcha.
added any of my gray bag of tricks because I was in a time crunch when we were fixing my character.
Okay, so astral blights, sorry, these vine-like creatures seem to be roaming the streets. You notice members of the local militia try to hold blights at bay long enough for unarmed citizens to flee the vicinity. I would like... let's go with Albus. Roll me a d6, please.
Four. Let's see what that does.
As you guys rush through the town, you guys get to this corner. Here, you see a crowd of 30 commoners rush by you. Or begin to rush towards you, sorry. To the docks! We'll take one of the ships! It's our only hope! And as they charge through this area towards you all, this building here collapses into the street as one of these strange objects crash into it, burying this area under rubble.
Uh-oh. All right.
Let's keep moving.
I haven't seen this many dead bodies since I visited the orphanage.
Oh, God.
So many questions, not enough time. Let's keep going, guys.
You begin to hear shouts and screams from the other side of this rubble. And soon those screams turn to gurgles as quickly these the commoners and militiamen begin to fall.
Is the rubble scalable? Like, can we climb over it?
I mean, you could try, but it's not exactly stable. There's a chance that it could shift and you can get buried in it.
Okay, so the building that's collapsed, half of it's still there. Is there a clear path through and like a door that you could run through? We can pass through the building.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're able to find a spot, a hole in the wall, about here.
I'd be careful. If half that building's collapsed, nothing's stopping it from the other half from following suit.
We're spelljammers. Are you afraid of death? I want to try and get behind those guys.
So this area, there's not much way that way, but you can go over towards this one here.
I know I want to send my rat in first.
You know your giant rat is just like the size of a New York rat, right? Like a big one?
Yeah, but it still
Okay.
does 7 damage.
Sure.
Whatever, bud. So can I see them? Can I get like a surprise hex on them?
You can. Are the rest of you going through the building, or are you guys going around?
I'm too big.
Sorry, there's this Spelljammer is afraid of death. I'm going around.
We'll
I'm
go
too
through.
big.
If you are going
I gotta-
around, you can get to about here.
I'm a big old dude.
Okay. So we're gonna roll initiative, I guess.
I don't see an initiative button for my rat. Never mind, I found it.
All right. So since Shuck asked to get a hex off, you've got your choice. You can either send your rat in, or you can get a hex off on a surprise round.
Hex off. But do I get a full like attack because like action bonus action?
I'm gonna say you get one action or bonus action. You get one. As soon as they're aware you're there, shit's going down.
All right. I'm gonna hobble one of them. And hold on, where's fifth level when you cast a which spell? Oh, that's not hex. No, hold on. Sorry, I'm still learning. Pentacle of Woe. You gain a bonus save throw. No, never mind. So yeah, it's just strength save. I thought they had disadvantage, but that was for spells. That one.
Okay. I'm gonna mark off a couple of these here. Okay, as an action, choose one creature you see within 60 feet. Make a strength saving throw. Fail to save, target speed reduced to 10 feet till the end of your next turn. When you cast a spell that affects a creature that is under the effect of your hex. So, Insidious, you wouldn't be able to cast until your next turn.
No, I had already said that. And Insidious is for spells anyways. I didn't realize. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm still learning.
Yeah, no worries. Which one are you targeting?
The top one closest to me. I don't know if you saw my ping.
Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button.
The one that's a square above me.
Yeah, no, I just hit the wrong button. Sorry, give me a second. We have 6, 14.
So I wouldn't be able to use my bonus action to cackle?
No. All right, strength save. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I had to figure out where the fuck he was in initiative order. All right. And what is your DC? I'm guessing it's higher than 13.
16.
Okay, so he is down to 10 movement speed. We'll give him a slow icon. Snail should work. And with that, Stariel, you are up.
All right. I'm going to run to about here first, and then cast. I've cast Bless on Cal, I believe, Isahan, and Shuck.
All right. So you all have, those of you he mentioned, have a D4 to add to any attack or saving throw. Bonus action?
And then I'm going to continue my run up to this commoner and cast Finger Guns on the guy that was slowed.
Okay, let's see it. That is a hit. As you've seen many times before, Stariel steps out, raises her hand, almost like a some sort of weapon, and her thumb connects with her finger, and suddenly a small bead of force shoots out, slamming this creature in the back. Ow.
Cal has his great sword out, and he rages.
Fucking raging, bud.
He's raging, and he's going to try to get in. So 5. That's as far as he gets. So he's going to take his hand axe out and toss it. Like as he's running with his great sword, he takes his great sword into one hand and grabs a hand axe from his side and whips it in like a little underhand throw at this guy right in front of him.
Your aim, unfortunately, is not true, as it sails past.
I can't hear you.
Hello? Fuck's sakes. God damn it. The hand axe unfortunately misses as you rushing in throw it, and it passes far to the right side.
Okay. Hal's kind of holding his greatsword in one hand now to the side, and that ends his turn.
This one is going to step over the dead body. Oh, that one. This one turns around. It sees the axe clatter to the side, and it looks at you. Though it seems to have, these vines seem to form a mouth, it does not move. No sound escapes this creature as it turns to you. The vines curling in its eyes. And it starts to head towards you. Sorry, it does not head towards you. From where it is, it kind of lashes its arm at you. A part of its arm kind of peels away and goes directly towards you. Like a whip. The first lash manages to hit the side of your... What kind of weapon you got? An axe?
A greatsword.
Greatsword. Seems to hit the side of your greatsword. It pulls back and tries again. Unfortunately for it, you manage to dodge the second one. Shuck.
Yep. So, does my thing... Hold on. Does my hex end at the beginning or end of my turn?
I think it's the end of your turn.
End of my turn. All right, so I'm going to move up. Now for Scorching Ray, it says you shoot 3 rays and it does 2d6 fire damage. Is that per ray?
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. And I'm going to hit 2 on the one that isn't hobbled and 1 on the one that is.
Okay, well, if the first one is going for the... Which one's the first one going for?
The one that's not hobbled.
Okay, that is a hit. Roll me your damage. God damn.
Do I have to click it again now to do... I got to do it 3 times?
Yeah, 3 attacks. Each beam has its own attack. That is a hit.
Are you adding bless to that?
Yes. Am I supposed to be?
To your attacks, yes.
Yeah, because I have it checked.
Okay.
Like, I made a global skill modifier. Is that...
I don't think you've got it set under your attacks.
It says... I don't know, I'll put a global skill modifier plus 1d4. Did I do it wrong?
Yeah, you've got that under your skills. You need to put well, that one's not blessed. That would be if you had guidance, so I'll change that one first.
It doesn't matter though, they're both hits, right?
That is correct. But as you see underneath where your attacks are, you see one that says global attack modifier. That's where you want to put your bless.
Oh, okay. Like when I'm casting the spell, at the moment I'm casting it, do I have to have already picked out my targets, or like as the beam hits them, can I like
Pick out
gauge
your
who this
targets.
next one hits?
Pick out your targets. Yep. Because your scorching ray, it goes in rapid succession, just like an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So is this person still up? So then I have a third one. Jesus. Oh, and the person that's following my insidious spell, catch a witch spell, affected creatures. I have, oh, they have disadvantage. Never mind.
And you're
We've been
setting that
talking
one
about
at
that.
the northern one?
Yeah, that's what I originally said, so that's what I gotta
All
stick
right.
to, right?
Yeah, so you raise your hand, and out of your palm shoots 3 beams of fire, 2 hitting the south one, in its for lack of a better term, its abdomen, as they seem to be just made of vines. However, your third one slams into this creature in its back, since he has not yet turned around.
Are they both still standing then?
Uh-huh.
So then I'm going to use my tackle as a bonus action to extend the hex that I'm concentrating on by 1 round.
Okay.
Burn, you little tiny bitches.
Albus.
Okay, so what Albus is going to do, we're going to target this guy right there. And we are going to cast Eldritch Blast with a hint of Repelling Blast.
All right. You guys are level 5, so you have 2 beams. And you want them both to hit that one?
Yep.
Okay.
So the first one's going to have Repelling Blast. 17's a hit.
Sure is. As you blast this one with the first beam, its viney arm flies off and it stumbles forward in the direction it was facing, quite a ways. It holds its feet, but as it turns back around, you can see that its viney arm is trying to reform from parts of its body.
We will take Nope for 500, Alex, when I throw my second Eldritch Blast at him with the same Repelling Blast.
Yep.
Ooh, so close. Wait, is that a crit?
That is not a crit. It would be green. You roll a 17.
Oh, 7? Oh, wow. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
So,
as
yeah,
your next blast hits it square in the chest as it's trying to reform its arm. It punches a hole through it, and the creature just falls to the ground in a pile of crystalline-like vines.
all right, awesome. At that point, I will move behind Cal. And that is the end of my turn.
He stole my kill.
Isfaharan.
Isfahan will slide nimbly between the party members here and attack the fellow to the lower left, trying to kick him with a side kick to the chest.
The hit. Okay. Still up. but not by much. As you kick him, your foot sinks in. You pull your foot back, and the ooziness of this creature is coating your foot. Unfortunately, that one is a miss. As you pull it back, you go to use that as your planting foot, and you try to swing, but your foot slips a little bit, and your hit misses.
I will burn a key point and do flurry of blows. Trying
All right.
to punch him. $22.
Indeed. As you pull back and try to regain your footing, you come around with a spinning back kick, and the vines that make up his face suddenly snap off and just fly, landing a couple spaces over as it falls to the ground in a heap of crystalline vines.
Now, dumb question. Can I split flurry of blows, or does it all have to go at one target?
You can split.
Okay. Let me see. I'm at 1.
I believe that's how it works anyway. It's how I've always run it. If I find out something different, then, I'll work with that.
50 feet of movement. That's 45. One attack at the fellow to the lower left.
Damn, you got 50 feet? That's wild.
Yes, sir.
Monks, bro.
All right. That's a hit.
And that is the end of my turn.
Yeah, you come rushing in and try to kick this thing's knee. You do some damage. However, you find that this creature doesn't seem to have bones. So as you kick, you do break some of the vines off, but as you pull your foot back, it just snaps back into place. Okay. The creature that you just attacked whips its arm out. One of the vines kind of loosens from his arm and goes to try and wrap you around the neck. Which misses. It then uses its other arm to try and do it again. Which you just slap it down like it was a child reaching for your face that you didn't want it to. What orders did you give your rat, Shuck?
So I didn't give it orders because that would have cost a bonus action. So if I don't give it orders, it acts as it would in its nature, like a rat would.
Can you post find familiar for me again, please? I think
it's not a familiar.
Right.
It's from
Okay.
the
Right.
negative.
Apologies. Okay.
Yeah, give me a sec. So it just such as attack what action it takes, fashion appropriate to its nature, right before the words, like the names of the things.
And how the creature general order such attack your enemy's absence of such orders. Creature acts in its fashion appropriate to its nature. Well, it is a rat. So your rat is probably going to try to scurry off to find some place to hide.
That's fine. I didn't realize when I sent it in that I had to command it.
Yeah, rats love rubble. Absolutely love rubble. So it's probably going to go for that. You may go ahead and move it while we go to Astariel's turn.
I'm assuming the red X under this guy's for a commoner and not for him.
It is, yeah. If it's under him, that means he's standing on something dead. It's a commoner, yes.
Okay. So on that guy right there, I'm going to cast Hex.
All right. First on a creature you can see within range, still spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic. Starting to wonder if my fucking downstairs neighbor's getting her ass beat. A lot of banging going.
Well, this viney weird guy's about to get his ass beat, so
Okay, sorry, I took my headphones off to listen for the screams, but there was none.
This
So
guy's about
we'll
to get
continue.
his ass beat worse than my neighbor's wife.
And you're aiming that at this one back here.
yes, the one that has the red X under it.
We will give him a purple circle. What stat do you want to give it a disadvantage on?
I want to give it disadvantage on, let's say, strength.
Okay, action.
And then I that's a fun one. I'm gonna I need to measure to see if I'm within range. I'm going to cast Eye of Ra on that guy.
Eye of Ra. A furious radiance erupts from your right eye. You within range, make a ranged spell attack. Gate. Radiant damage. Can't take the hide action until the start of your next turn. Okay. So it is 2d8. So roll me your damage.
It says at the bottom, at 5th level, you fire a second beam originating from your left eye. Does that mean it's 2 different attacks?
Yes, it does.
Does that mean the necrotic damage would go twice?
It's radiant.
The necrotic from the hex.
Yes, it does. It'd be the same as if you were, a warlock using Eldritch Blast. Each roll attack, they would take the damage for that.
Right. So I think I attacked that guy twice.
All right. Hit. Miss. So what you should do is under your damage modifier section, put in hex and write and put 1d6. That way you can just check it. So whenever you're using your hex, it just blasts. Goes right with it, so you don't got to roll it. But
I can't.
Huh?
I can't I click the purple plus sign and it doesn't actually do anything.
Do you have your character sheet popped out?
Yeah.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, I find when I have my character sheet popped out, I roll worse too, so I stopped using 2 screens.
No paranoid.
That's I mean it's an RNG, my guy. That's just superstition.
Dice, dog.
That's some superstition, bro.
You say that, but when I have it popped out, I roll 1s constantly. When I have it not popped out, look at that. I rolled a 27 on my first roll.
All right.
When have I ever rolled a 27 on an attack?
How do you get it to not be popped out? Because I just clicked the name.
Do you have it set to automatically pop out when you open your character sheet?
Huh?
All right, give me a second. All right, character sheet settings. Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Can you send a picture, like what it looks like when you first open it, to the group chat?
Yeah, I can do that.
So maybe under settings, personalization, and display, I think.
Ah, yes, it is. Okay. So on your Roll20, just in the game, not on your character sheet, at the top of chat, you should see the gear. Click on the gear, and then where it says personalization and display, right under display name, it says character pop-out windows. Is that checked or unchecked?
It is unchecked.
Okay, so you might just be having an issue. Let's see.
Now, when you're saying popped out, it creates a whole new window for you, or there's the little bubble.
Oh, fuck.
For me, when I click on the name, it brings up the sheet and it like covers a bit of the map on the
Yeah, so it's not
Roll20 game.
It's not popped out then. Popped out. Well, by popped out, he means it creates a new window.
Yeah, like it's something you could drag off of your map if you wanted to. All right, I gave you a global damage modifier. So next time you use your hex, you just check that box under your global damage modifier, and then you can roll your attack. But give me a d6 in the meantime, please. Okay.
All that for 1 necrotic.
Yep. All that for 1 damage. All right,
The
so
buff count.
I want you to give me a perception or medicine, your choice. One of the damage types you did, probably the one that hit harder, seems like it didn't do as much damage as you were expecting. You do see it kind of like radiate with your eye ray. However, though it burned a couple vines away, you expected it to burn a good chunk of the vines of this creature's body away.
I also just holler out, "These are creatures of light. Using light against them won't do very much. Use other means of dispelling these dastardly foes."
I have other means as he raises his great sword and continues to charge. And as he also says that, he's gonna turn his head slightly backwards and yell, "Whereabouts is your family?" To try to like figure out where we need to run. And as he gets to here, I imagine the hand axe I threw probably went farther than this. To the right, you said it went wide to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna actually take out his second hand axe and throw it at this one. Actually, no, sorry, through the crowd to try to get this one.
Okay. They are going to have half cover.
Can I recklessly throw something?
I'm post reckless for me. I'm pretty sure it's melee. Make first attack on turning you decide to attack recklessly. Do so gives advantage on melee weapon.
Yeah. Okay. No reckless. Just whipping a hand axe to try to get this thing through the people.
That's a hit. And that was this one to the south, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He probably can't say anything else, so that'll be his turn.
Your axe flies and hits this creature pretty good. It buries in his chest. It looks like it's up to the handle. But though you see vines breaking away from this thing and starting to dangle down. It doesn't really seem to notice.
Okay.
Just a question. Shouldn't the villagers have a turn order too to run away? Or are
It's
they all just
it's not going to matter. It's
standing in
almost
the way?
over.
All it matters for me hitting the bad guy.
I mean, you got movement speed.
Yeah, 30 feet. I'll end up hitting one of them. I don't know how his axe didn't take that bitch's head out.
These things are kind of beefy. All right. This one. Going to step. Sorry, no, I keep forgetting. They have reach. It's gonna stay where it is, and it just turns on. Actually, it's gonna go for Cal. So its first one, it's going to kill one of the villagers. And then with its second attack, it lashes out at Cal. Huh. It completely misses. Cal, you just kind of like it looks like it's gonna hit you, but then you just slash at it with your sword, and the vine falls off, writhing on the ground. Shuck.
So I'm gonna run up beside Cal. And I'm going to I'm going to cast or use my bonus action. I can expend a slot from my Amulet of Woe to use a bonus action to cast a hex instead of an action.
Okay.
I'm going to cast where is it? Evade prisoner, resistance. I'm gonna use Imperil on whichever one looks the healthiest.
That would be the one closest to Isfaharan.
Yeah, so I'm gonna remove, because of what he said about light energy, I'm going to try and remove resistance to that kind of damage type. And then I'm going to cast Eldritch Orb.
Question. When you use a hex, don't you have to concentrate on it like a spell?
Yeah, the other guy's dead.
Fair enough. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, the other guy's dead though.
Okay, that's fine.
So then I'm going to use my Eldritch Orb. And
All right.
I'm going to hit the guy with the purple.
Well, let me make his con save first.
He has disadvantage though because I'm using my Amulet of Woe, and he's doing a save.
Yeah, he rolled double 21s.
What? Wild. Either way.
All right, so what do you want to do with your action? Oh, damn!
So I'm hitting the guy with purple, and it so it does damage to him, and then anyone within 5 feet of it gets half that damage.
Okay. Does people within range have to do dex save or anything? Yep, dex
I
save.
don't know.
Okay. God damn. Okay, well that's. What do you mean you don't know? And hit target
Buddy,
takes
I'm learning this fucking
one
guy
d4.
right now.
Well, if you're gonna use a spell, bro, you got to read it though. Hit target takes 1d8 force, which turns to 2d8 because of your level. Each creature within 5 feet must make dex save. Okay, so I gotta make a dex save. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Yeah. Okay, and that is 24 to the first one. Obviously, he's dead. So 12 to the other one, and it is force.
So then hold on, I have my ability hollow. So I suck essence from his soul into myself. So as he dies, I like puff my chest up as his life force energy comes into me, and I gain temporary hit points equal to my charisma modifier plus my witch level.
Alrighty. Would you like to describe what what your Eldritch Orb looks like?
Is I would assume it's green. Eldritch makes me think it's green. What about you guys? Do you picture
Purple.
Eldritch Blast that's green? Purple?
Really?
Or maybe like a Gucci blue. I don't know.
Bro, did you just
Hot
say
pink.
Gucci blue?
I
All right.
did.
So I
That's fitting
run up
wrong.
beside them and was like, yell out, "There's too much blood flowing in these streets!" And I shoot out a Gucci blue orb. I throw it like a spirit bomb, like Goku, and hit that guy at the bottom.
Yeah. As it hits that guy at the bottom, he falls apart into many vines, just scattered as it explodes, sending shards of this Eldritch Orb around him, hitting this other creature. This creature's now missing like half of what you would call its face.
And that would be it, because I already used my bonus action.
Albus.
Okay. Not looking to reinvent the wheel here, so yeah, we're gonna cast Eldritch Blast with a side of Repelling Blast.
Did you want to move your hex
And
first?
Gucci blue.
Oh, I haven't cast Hex yet.
Oh, sorry, that was Astariel. I forgot we have two warlocks here. All right, send your attacks.
All right, here comes the first one.
But is it Gucci blue?
I'm thinking
It's force.
I'm thinking
Force
like-
is invisible damage, which actually I guess your Eldritch Orb should have been, because that's force too. Force is normally, think of the way when a tank takes a shot, that trail of dust that kicks up, you can almost see the air shimmer. You can't see the actual tank shell being shot, but you can see like the shimmer behind it. That would be force. But go ahead,
But if
make
you
your
could
attacks.
see it, it would be good. If you could see it, it would be Gucci blue. Yeah. Okay. So here we go.
Yeah, roll it out. They are going to have 3/4 cover, however, because there is 2 people in between you and the last one standing. In an attempt not to hit These ones, your first one flies too high. Make your second blast. Same thing. You try to angle it to hit this creature, but at the last second, one of these seems to step in the way as they get ready to run. But so you move your blast, hoping that it'll still hit and miss these commoners. Unfortunately, it goes high.
Okay, guys, we need a new color. Gucci blue is not working. But I can.
Bonus action or movement?
We're gonna move to there.
So, does the caster get to choose the color, or is that just like a flavor thing? You asked what color it was.
It's a flavor. Force is normally like invisible, but I mean, if you guys want to add a tint to it, I ain't gonna
Can we
hate.
change the color every time?
I don't care. It's flavor. It's not like it makes a difference. Do you have fun with it? Any bonus action after your movement, Albus?
No, we're gonna call it there.
Isfahan.
Attack the fellow to the southwest.
Are you though?
Yeah, but I'm gonna miss. How about
Yeah,
that?
it turns out your first attack was just a feint. It moved its leg as you tried to give it a leg kick, but it kind of puts it off balance. And as you come in with your second attack, would you like to describe what that shit looks like?
I defer to you. I'm not good at it.
All right. As it moves its leg, you use your kick as momentum to spin your body around as you come around with a spinning back fist. The half of this creature's face that is left breaks apart as the vines fly everywhere. And it falls to the ground in a pile of crystalline vines. These commoners begin to run away. They were too scared at first. Too much combat going around. They were kind of huddled to the ground. But seeing their enemies dead now, they begin to run. Albus, you know that you are not far from your family's home. They are just to the northeast, across this square, to the north of the fountain.
We're pretty close, guys. This one, and I'll take off.
You may all follow.
Seeing the river of blood that's kind of just pouring down the street.
Stop there, Albus.
And
Sorry,
I
go
kinda,
ahead.
like, fall to my knees, and you see all my bones start like reshifting, and I take on the form of like this dead old lady on the ground. I'm gonna send a picture.
I want you, like, in between games, to find me, like, 10 pictures, kind of in the same art style that you want, so I can create you a shifting token. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to right-click on it, and you're going to be able to change the look of your token.
See, the problem is like it comes organically in the session on whatever's funniest or most shocking, because like my character kind of has like multiple personality disorder stemming from PTSD.
That's fine, but like just find me a bunch that, like, okay, you know, here's an old lady one, so that whenever you switch to whatever the old lady looks like, I can.
The old lady
then
makes sense because I'm gonna use that a lot when I throw candy at people.
That's fair. So just find me like a bunch of pictures, send them to me. I'll create tokens, and then I can make you a shifting token. So you're like, you know, I change you into an old lady, then you can just change your token. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. But this isn't my candy throwing old lady. This is like a dirty villager dead on the ground old lady.
Sure.
I stand up like, my family, we must get revenge, and I run after them.
Okay. Albus, you get to hear, and you watch as Your two stepchildren and your wife step out. Albus, what is happening? Shouts your wife. The two children, you can see that they both have their rudimentary weapons that they've recently begun practicing with, strapped to them, and they each have a backpack, something packed. As you hear her shout out, something catches your eye from above. One of these objects that has been falling from the sky is headed straight for your house. And before you can react, your wife looks up. Her eyes go wide and her mouth starts to open to scream. But it's too late. This object slams into her, slams her through the house. And where the front step of this house is in this direction, a crystalline vine grows. You hear your stepchildren scream, "Mother, no!" However, as this crystalline vine stretches upwards, crashing through the roof. Stepping out are these astral blights.
I didn't even get to call her an obnoxious pet name. Oh my god.
No, you did not. However, your stepchildren are still alive.
Didn't Blair tell you in session 0 that loved ones are just flavor for
Character development.
I figured I had a few sessions at least.
No, not
Maybe
with the
like-
wife.
Sessions with your family are boring. It's more fun to see them die.
However, you're gonna have, if this goes well, you'll have lots of opportunity to bond with your stepchildren. Everybody,
we're making progress.
roll initiative.
So before I rolled for my rat, but I was mistaken. I shouldn't be rolling for my rat, right? Because I commanded on my turn.
Where's this roll?
Look at these rolls.
Wow. What does your
It says it acts on my turn.
okay, so then it would act at the end of your turn then.
Oh, and like when the battle ended, can I just say my rat came back to me?
Sure. All right. Perfect. I can see you all. Okay. As these things begin to stand and shamble out of the house, the correct me if I'm wrong. Are they twins? I can't remember. I think one was actually older than the other, wasn't it? Hold on a second, let me take a look.
Yeah,
at
one was older than the other.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. Thalia is the younger one. Jorloff is the older one. 83 and 92. Okay. She
83, 92 years old.
Yeah. Elves are not adults until they're 100 years old.
Wild. So they lived a long, happy life. It's okay that they died.
I mean, I believe the wife was, I think I put her at like 200 or 300 and something.
How do you get a 0 initiative?
That's what happens when you just add something in. So, as this one tries to, Thalia begins to scramble towards where her mother's corpse would be in the house. The brother grabs her and is trying to drag her away. So they are going to get 5, 10, and 15 feet. Five, and
Perfect.
this one's gonna get to here. Can't make an attack from there though, and that's all its movement. Shuck.
So I'm going to run up 30 feet. Hold on, let me measure. So I'm going to run up to here, kind of by the side of that. I'm still able to hit them from there, right? I just want to kind of like be peeking over that barrel.
Yep.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to expend another use of my amulet to use hobble on the one that's closest to the kids.
Okay. Before you do that, give me a. I'm gonna say perception.
Do I have to unclick bless? Like, how long does bless last?
I believe it's. Is it? I think it's a
Oh,
minute.
you never even added bless. I haven't even been using bless this whole time. You changed my thing to guidance and you didn't add bless.
Well, that's because I told you where to. Yeah, I did. It's under your attacks.
No, you didn't. It's not in there. I'm adding it right now. But is bless gone?
Yeah, it's probably been more than a minute at this point.
Okay. So perception?
Yep.
Oh my god, I've been rolling fucking dope all night. And then
I'm
I
gonna
roll
give
a
you
5 on
advantage on this one.
perception.
You've noticed that these creatures move very slowly.
Their hexes kind of suck for this because nobody's magical. Like, I haven't seen any of them use magic, right? They're just blunt force trauma.
It's not blunt, but
Have I seen them use any vocal components to cast
no,
anything?
you have not even seen their quote unquote mouths open.
All right, so I'm gonna actually use. Can I use my bonus action to move my mouse?
Yeah, well, it moves on the end of your turn, but you can use your bonus action to command it.
So I'm going to command it to, after I cast my spell, to run in and bite him in the nuts if he has any. And if he doesn't have nuts, get his eyeballs.
Okay, so you have
Oh,
not.
there's a plan.
You. It looks like they're not wearing clothes, and they are made of vines. You do not see any dangly bits or innies.
I still said it.
Oh, I thought you were saying that as a player.
I was saying it to the rat. I told the rat to bite him in the nuts of the eyes after I cast this spell.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Is there leaves and stuff around on the ground?
Leaves?
Yeah, like leaves, debris, dust.
I'm not going to say there's really leaves, but it looks like you are next to a what seems to be a produce vendor.
Read that. So like I can only cast it if there's like leaves and debris or litter.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of dust and stuff, so I would allow you to use that.
Okay, so I'm gonna make that 15-foot cube between the kids and those guys.
All right, 15-foot cube, and this is concentration, so it will stay there. Let's.
Yeah, because it has to be an empty space.
Does it say up to 15 or okay?
And it says choose an unoccupied 15-foot cube of air that you can see within range an elemental swirling wind. Then if they enter it, dexterity saving throw or 3d4 slashing damage.
Okay, and where do you want this?
Oh, the kids are. Oh, that's bigger than I thought.
That's 15 feet.
Okay, never mind. The kids can't get behind it. I'm just gonna scorching ram. My bad.
Okay. Okay, that's a hit. Your next one. Okay, it's a hit.
And all three were on the first guy.
Okay. Second one is definitely not a hit.
The 9 is for the third one. I clicked on the second one and it gave me a 7.
It doesn't matter. It rolls the same thing. So since you rolled the 7 first, we're going 6 and 7.
What the fuck? I was rolling the second one. You said they were both hits. Whatever.
No, I said the second one is not a hit.
It's fine.
All right, so you release 3 beams. The first one smacks it and puts it off balance. So unfortunately, your second one misses and hits the house. The third one, however, you recenter your aim and you hit it in the chest.
These are for little Tim. Get him, rat boy.
Go ahead and move your rat.
And then he uses the bite.
What is his speed?
While he was with me, I just forgot to like grab him.
Yeah, no, I brought him to here when you said you wanted him to come with you.
He's got 30 feet.
Okay, so 30 feet from here. 5,
Yeah, but
10, 15, 20.
He was with me and I moved 30 feet. Like, was I not carrying him?
You didn't say you were carrying him.
All right, so I guess he can't get there then?
No. You get to there.
All right, so that's it.
All right.
Hey, I'm back.
This one begins to move as well. Seeing the scorching ray coming from you, it is going to move 2, 5,
Did
10.
he skip me when I was gone?
No, you're at the bottom of the turn order, my boy.
Got you.
All right, as this vine-like creature gets to here, you are out of.
Out of range and out of fucks to give, Sonny.
But your rat's not.
I don't know that rat.
It doesn't care. It just wants heat from living beings. Wow. Are you fucking serious? This creature's so small that as he lashes out his arm, the vine misses, so he's gonna make one more attempt.
Does he get a reaction?
Who?
The rat.
What?
Oh, I guess you're not close enough. I don't know.
He's not moving. He's attacking. That one's a hit though. It is grappled. Okay. So this you see the vine reach out and grab this rat and rip it back towards him. Grappling this creature, and he takes 4 radiant damage. He squirms and squeals as his fur begins to burn while he's grappled. What is turn? Start of each turn. Okay. This thing. Oh, sorry, there's stairs there. So 5. He gets to here. He is within range of her, however. Where's her stat block? I was sure I gave her fucking HP. I forgot to connect her to the sheet. That's why. Dahlia. Go. This one lashes out at Thalia. But her brother dragging her away puts her off balance, and this creature misses. Same thing with this one. This creature goes to attack her and manages to grab a hold of her. Which weapons does she have? Grabs a hold of the hilt of her longsword and starts to pull it out of the sheath. However, she reaches down and grabs it, trying to make sure this creature can't get her sword. Isfahan, sorry.
That's okay. It's interesting. I will move up 15 feet, and from here, can I see if there are any remnants of Albus's wife? Or is it just she's gone? That's it.
Give me an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really see anything through the rubble.
Okay. So this person on the left is pulling the person on the right, yes?
Yes.
If I attempt to lift the person on the right and carry them farther away and set them down, would I have to grapple or play tug of war with the person on the left?
I'm going to say they probably would have heard your name and your description from Albus at some point. So if you try to grab her and move her, I mean, she might fight, but he will probably let it happen. A heads up, if you're carrying a person, your speed will be halved. That's what's been happening with him.
Got it. And if I move her out of a square that another creature has reach in, does she take an opportunity attack? Or am I metagaming now?
I'm gonna say that the question is a little metagamey, but
Okay, then forget it. I'll take a chance.
something you do know as a player, is if something is moved out of range, not of their own volition, they do not incur an attack of opportunity. That's why if somebody gets hit, like if they get knocked out of range because somebody hit them with an Eldritch Blast, that
wouldn't trigger an opportunity attack. I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try and grab the person in the northeast, lift them up, and then move to the west. And I've moved 15 feet, so I'd have 35 left. Half of that's 17 and a half. Coming around up or down?
Give me an athletics. Round up.
Okay. That would put me right there, and I would set them on the far side of me if it's possible using my bonus action.
Okay.
And that is my action economy.
Astariel. Oh, damn, you're all the way down there. Okay. You're up, Astariel.
All right, I'm gonna move, using up all my movement to get there. And would I be able to hit that guy even though Albus is kind of in the way?
Sorry, this one here? That one there? Yeah. It's probably gonna have partial cover though.
It's never stopped me before. So I'm gonna cast Magic Missile, and does that one seem more injured than this one?
God, no.
Right, so I will do 2 for the lowest one and 1 for this one up here.
Okay.
Does it just hit?
Magic Missile, yes.
Cool.
You said two for the one by the rat and 1 for this one back here?
Yep.
Okay. So.
And then for the one by the rat, I'm gonna shoot off finger guns toward it.
Okay. Yeah, you reach out one hand with your palm facing out as you raise the other hand in a gun motion. And as 3 bolts of force fly out from from your left hand, 1 more flies out from your right. Everything hits, so roll me your finger guns damage. Pieces of these creatures fly off, punching holes in these 2 creatures. Neither one is looking good by any means.
That's all for me.
Albus. You watched Isfahan grab your stepdaughter and start to run her off away from these creatures. Your stepson now is able to run as he's not trying to drag his sister away. And these creatures are advancing. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast the Hunger of Hadar.
Okay. Gateway to the dark between the stars. A region infested with unknown horrors. 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears. All right. So let me draw that out. It's concentration. Go with this and 20-foot radius. That is not a sphere.
I think I can hit all 4 of those guys and leave my kid out of it. I mean, the rat's a goner, but meh.
Like I said, I don't know that rat.
So you're only going to be able to hit 3 of them unless you want 2 of them to have advantage on the save. It's up to you. Because if they're only half in, I'm going to give them advantage.
Okay. Yeah, we'll hit the. Well, we'll hit the top 3 up here.
Is that a 20-foot radius or 20-foot diameter?
Oh, shit. That is correct. Hold on a sec.
Good mathing.
Woo!
I didn't think they taught math in American schools.
It's okay, I've got my shoes off.
Yeah, I can get all 4 and the rat, and just miss my stepson.
Okay. So dexterity saves. DC 16. No problem. Not a problem at all. Huh. Yep, they all fail. And it is void is filled. Whispers, slurping noise can be heard that even no magical darkness can illuminate the area. Oh, it's a sphere. Okay. So it's like darkness, but with extra effects. Cool. Illuminate magical or otherwise can illuminate the area. Void creates a warp and fabric of space. Area is difficult terrain. Any creature starts its turn there takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage. Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah, well, I'm going to turn to my stepson and scream at him to get his sister and get them to a ship.
He looks at you. Dad'll save us. We don't need to go anywhere with you.
Well, maybe he's at the ship, so go find your dad at the ship.
He pauses for a moment. Like he's thinking. Realizing that he's been outsmarted. You could tell by the look on his face he's not happy. Did you have a bonus action?
Nothing that I can use.
All right, Cal.
Cal's gonna run up 30 feet. And he is going to hold an action to slash any of these beasts that come near him. And he's going to rage as he did this.
Okay.
And that's him.
They will get to there. Astral Blight. Roll me 2d6. Oh, dex save. Oh, I already rolled their dex saves. All right, so this round of dex saves has already been rolled, and they all failed, so give me your 2d6. Okay. Shock.
So the darkness, we can't see into it, or we
You
can?
cannot.
Can I just ready an eldritch orb? Yeah, I'm gonna ready an eldritch orb for if anything comes out.
All right.
Oh, and
Roll.
the rat would be dead.
It's not the beginning. Oh, it is the beginning of this
It
creature's
doesn't
turn.
have a turn. It's on my turn.
Right. But whatever happens to. Oh yeah. So okay, never mind. All right.
Sorry about your rat.
Thing takes a little
I
bit of
don't know
damage.
that rat.
Oh, I didn't even fucking move them. I just have them take damage. Cal and Shuck held actions. Both hit.
Oh shit. We all take fucking damage when it
Mm-hmm.
hits him. But we get to do a save.
Mm-hmm. Cal, you bring your sword down, chopping into this thing as vines fall to the ground. His Eldritch Orb goes off. It hits what's left of this creature and explodes. Shuck, Albus, Cal, deck saves.
We
I
use
pass.
danger sense to have advantage.
Okay. Okay. And
My spell save is 16.
oops, I didn't mean to do that. Spell save is 16. So Albus, you fail.
Half damage. So 4 damage.
On a hit, target takes each other creature within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw. So yeah, Shuck and Cal, you guys don't take any damage. Albus, half of the original damage was
9, so...
so Albus, you take 2. Or no, sorry, you take 4 damage.
4. Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I said it like 4 times.
I was thinking when I think I have problems listening. You know I got auditory issues. This ain't new.
I think you said autism wrong.
Fuck you, man. Damn. Oh, that was good. I'll give you that for sure. But yeah, that one falls to the ground as Albus, this force goes off and puts holes in your nice, clean clothes. Find yourself quickly bruising in a few spots.
Oh, wait, I killed this guy? I get temporary hit point.
Actually, Cal killed him.
My Eldritch Orb didn't?
No, your Eldritch Orb just went off because he was there. But Cal was the first one to hold his action. So his actually killed him, but since you attack at the same time.
You
Fair enough.
exploded his dead body.
Yeah, pretty much. The Astral Blight. Okay, I already had him take the damage. He's gonna move. Gonna get to there. One takes the damage.
And
And
it's half moving, right? Because it's difficult terrain.
shit, I missed that part. Hey Albus, you didn't take any damage. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you took the damage. We'll leave that one there. We'll just shorten the walk of the other creatures. He gets to there. He got to here. That one got to there. Okay. Isfahan.
All right. Sorry. Was that their turns? So they're each should take at least 2d6 cold damage, if not 2d6 acid damage. Is that not right?
Yes, they took the. Where is your spell? Post your spell again, please.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this one. All these spells you guys are using so far, ones I've never seen. Any creature starts a turn here, takes 2d6 cold. Ends its turn. Succeed on another dex saving throw. Okay. Those are 2 fails and a success. So give me 2d6 twice. As the otherworldly tentacles rub against it. Jesus. Okay, and they are not resistant to that kind, so that one's dead. That one succeeds, so it takes no acid damage. That one failed, so it takes 8. Isfahan.
I'll move 10 feet west, and I will hold an action, a Sacred Flame, and that is me. And I'm holding it for any one of those little vine things that comes out of the darkness.
Sure. Astariel.
Can I see these two guys that look like they're in the house, or are they just in the house?
They're not in the house. That is basically like an outer courtyard. But you cannot see them due to the Hunger of Hadar spell that Albus used.
Right. Okay. So I will just move about here, and I will hold a cast of Eldritch Blast for when they come out this side of the Hunger of Hadar spell.
Albus, having just got hit with the remnants of an Eldritch Orb, are up.
Yeah. We're gonna move to here and hold an action. Eldritch Blast with Repelling Blast. Basically, if they come out, I'm gonna push them right back in.
God damn, okay. Cal.
Cal drops his great sword to the ground and kind of walks ominously kind of this way, dragging his sword, and will look back to the group and say, "We need to get the hell off this planet." And going to hold an action to attack anything that comes close to him, any of these enemies, but is ready to flee.
Fine.
And
As
Isfahan offer a reply.
sure.
If we can find some portion of his wife left, we may yet be able to recover her.
Sorry, say that
Assuming
again. I think I missed part of that.
If we find some portion of his wife, we may yet be able to recover her, assuming that resurrection magic works the same in this part of the world.
It does?
What I know it.
Yes.
Okay.
Then Cal will kind of turn back and brace himself for attack. And he loses rage.
Does. Three commoners come running by. And as they do, seeing Thalia and Joralf heading towards the docks. The ships, they're either gone or destroyed. We have to get out of town. And they begin to run this way. Trying to avoid the dark sphere before them. They run towards the north. And they continue to run.
Wait a second there, Blair. Are you trying to tell me that, these commoners are not just don't feel safe walking into a complete orb of darkness with ominous whispers coming from it?
No. No, they don't. Thalia tries to wipe a tear away as she says, Mom, she's dead, Joralf. And she kind of hugs her brother, and Joralf looks to you, Isfahan, and says, if the ships are gone, what do we do?
Isfahan says reassuring, we'll think of something. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
Isfahan brings his sister over to behind these crates, and they kind of like duck down behind here as he holds his sister as she cries. You can, even though he's giving a tough front, Isfahan, you can give me an insight check. Jesus. Oh, he's fine. He's totally fine.
Cool. I was worried about him for a second.
Shock.
So I'm going to use half my movement to move close enough to talk to everyone.
All right.
What's the plan? Should we just run and get these kids to safety? I don't know how many are left alive in there, but, if there's anybody else in there, they're probably not alive, so who are we protecting? Are they able to answer me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no. Albus is just holding the spell, just locked in on it. And he's, just murmuring to himself, keeping the concentration.
Okay, I guess we're not running. Well, you know what time it is? It's gonna be candy time, and we're gonna move up a bit. And I'm gonna ready my candy blast, so I'm holding a handful of candy, waiting to see somebody.
Okay. Albus, give me the cold damage. God damn.
It's bound to happen sooner.
Give me the acid damage. Actually, how much damage do I check? Okay. Give me 1 set of acid damage, please.
Now, mechanically, would he know when there's nothing left alive in there? Or would he just be holding this indefinitely?
Probably just be holding it.
Would he know that?
Yes. So I'm assuming you're all just going to be holding actions for this turn. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we're going to skip ahead then through the turn order. What is everybody holding?
I'm holding some candy.
Oh, and by the
I'm
way,
holding.
for those of you who are holding spells, like not cantrips, but an actual spell, just so you are aware, if the triggering action does not happen, it still burns your spell slot. So when you guys are using spells and holding an action to burn a spell, keep in mind that if you're doing that with a actual spell that takes a spell slot, it will burn the spell if it does not go off. That's rules as written.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, Eldritch Blast is a cantrip,
Yep.
so I'm good.
Yeah, that's fine. And his Candy Blast is also cantrip, but I figured I should probably mention that in case we didn't go over that during the last campaign. But if that's the case, we're just gonna
If I stepped into the sphere, would I be able to see other things in the sphere?
no,
it
it is
is
blackness. You wouldn't be able to see, and you would take damage as soon as you stepped in.
All right, so are we just gonna stand here and wait all day for something to maybe come in or come out? Do you even know if there's anything still in there? Like, what are we doing? And then I'm gonna ready another candy blast, I guess, while I wait for an answer.
Well, your answer is coming. I need Albus 2 sets of 2d6 roll damage. 4.
But to be fair, even if they come out of it, the answer's still not answered because who knows if there's others.
5. And 2 deck saves. Well, Jesus. That one's success. The first one, however, is not. So give me a 4d6, and yeah, that's it. Just one 4d6. He had a fucking nat 1, so 19 acid. Cal, to your north, you see a pile of vines just fall out of this darkness in a pile, and you see them sizzling and smoking as the acid burns it away. This one, however, manages to step out.
Since it's a new turn, would mine be first?
Held actions. No, Cal would be first. Because he held his action, and then when yours came around, you held your action.
Fair enough.
But it's a candy thing. You guys can both just fucking send it. I assure
Yeah,
you. As long as one of you hit, it's over.
Like with my Eldritch Orb, I didn't get my hit points because when we both sent it, my action wasn't first. That's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah, no, it's still the same. Cal's still before you. Well, you're before him in the turn order, but he's before you after these creatures, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I've had another turn.
Yeah. So you both can. Yep, that's a hit. Give me yours, Shuck.
Cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up today, bro? I'm fucking killing these rolls. I've never rolled this good.
As it steps out and it turns towards you, Cal, and it raises its arm, You take your sword and you chop the arm it's raising to attack you with. Just shear it right off the body. It flops to the ground. It looks down, and you see like chlorophyll leaking out of it. And as it looks at Shuck to raise its hand, his other hand, it starts to fall forward, and Shuck lets go of a blast of candy, just destroying the head of this creature, and it falls to the ground.
Just sweet, it's deadly. Sugar will kill you.
So,
Do I get my temporary HP?
sure, why not? I'll give it to you this time, because combat's basically over for the moment.
Oh, bro, I'm beefy now. I got 18 temporary hit points.
So temporary hit points do not stack.
What?
Yeah, that's how that works. Temporary hit points don't stack.
All right. At this point, I'll drop the sphere.
Okay. What do you want to do, Albus?
I'm gonna go looking for my wife's body.
Sure,
Start, you
Can I
know,
help him search?
you may.
the
I wanna-
investigation.
Sure.
I want to pick up a piece of candy that was lodged in the creature's head and pop it in my mouth.
Sure.
Can I investigate the creature?
Sure. Albus, you have advantage because Isfahan's helping you. Okay. Kalma. Crystalline vines. You found some crystalline vines. Albus and Isfahan. As you walk into this creaking house, the rubble of what is left here, one of these large vines seems to very slowly be glowing.
Oh, jeez.
Um, you cannot find a whole piece of your wife. However, what you do find is blood splattered everywhere. It looks like when this particular thing hit her, she exploded. Would either of you like to investigate the vine itself? The large crystalline vine that is protruding from the ground through the roof.
I'll take a quick look at it.
As you're doing this, your stepchildren come up behind you. Give me an Arcana, please. You know it's magical. What it is, however, and how it's working, you're not sure. Whatever it's doing, you can see the dirt around the base of it through some of the rubble and your wife's blood. Seems to be turning gray as this thing grows taller and brighter. It sheds a kind of a bioluminescent dim light from it in a greenish hue.
Mind if I try stabbing this thing with a spear?
Sure.
Chip it off.
Sure. As you try and take a chunk off this thing, as you slam your spear on it at it over and over again. You find there's not a scratch on it. However, you have rounded the tip of your spear.
The fuck? I'll share my revelation with the party.
The ground rumbles again.
I'm going to start throwing Eldritch Blasts at this thing, just in an absolute fit of rage.
Being as there's no body and things seem to be getting worse, might we consider making haste?
As you say this, you see Albus, tears starting to well up as he just throws Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast. You let this go on for about 30 seconds, and you can tell at this point he's not going to stop.
Try and gently lead him away.
I'm gonna join him by chucking candy at it.
You can see the children have come up behind and are looking at where their mother once was. Her gore splayed across the walls. Jorlaf holds his sister as they both cry. He's trying to hold back tears, but it's not going well. At this point, Albus, as you were, Isfahan begins to try and grab your elbow. You kind of shrug it off and keep going until, through your anger, you can hear the sobs of your stepchildren. It's up to you how you react to that.
Albus at this point would just stop attacking. Just kind of, he's looking at his turns around, looks at his stepchildren, kind of wide-eyed. You can still see the tears on his face. He's kind of slumped over a little bit, almost exhausted just from the, finally, not so much the fact that he was angry, but that he's finally stopped. And tries to pull himself together as best he can. Not very well, but he's making the effort. And looks at stepkids. It's like, yeah, we need to get you guys out of here. We need to get you out of town and get you somewhere safe. And let's go.
They start to say, but my dad, and then you notice them start to turn around and you begin to see a horde of at least 150 of these creatures starting to come down the alley, slowly shambling towards you all.
You need to go now. We'll find your dad. We'll get you to your dad, no problem. But we need to go now. And at that point, I will use my last spell slot, if I may, to cast Spiky Growth on this area right here to kind of put something between us and the horde.
All right. You take off east, heading away from the docks and the water. This lovely vacation town has become a scene of carnage. You make your way through the streets out of town, pausing only to throw a couple spells and cantrips to slow down the onslaught of creatures emerging from alleys and around corners. You all make it out of town, and even the tropical forest, almost a jungle, is quiet. You can always hear bugs, primates, and birds in the trees. But it is eerily silent. Now and then behind you, you hear screams, and you can't tell whether it's terror, pain, or both. You make your way through this jungle for several hours. You find a spot, a large hill, and you guys climb to the top of it. As you get to the top, the view is awe-inspiring. Unfortunately, not in a good way. From this hill, you can see far down through the jungle, over the valleys, and see mountains in the distance. These green crystalline vines growing in the town are everywhere. They permeate everything the eye can see. However, as your stepchildren cry about their lost mother and their lost home, a shadow begins to pass over you, blocking you from the sun. From above, you hear, "Hey! Y'all need a ride?" And a rope ladder drops in front of you.
Do you recognize
Oh.
the ship?
Yeah.
You don't? Well, that voice seems familiar.
I'm not gonna think twice in this grab. I have one question. So, like, you said the docks. I didn't really think of it before because we're like space travelers, but am I to understand it wasn't a spaceport, but all the spaceships parked in the water?
Your spaceships are
boat?
not spaceships. Your spaceships, though they go through the astral sea and basically through space, they mostly look like your basic galleons and things like that, like water ships.
All right, fair enough.
So like where you guys were, yeah, it was like a water port. When you guys come in from, break the atmosphere and whatnot, you enter, but you don't like dock like you would a like an actual spaceship where there's an airlock and shit. It basically lands in the water and then makes its way to the dock and docks.
If there's no water though, because it is a flying ship, is it able to land elsewhere?
I mean, usually it would just float in the air and people get off by like rope ladder or what have you.
All right, makes sense.
But yeah, a rope ladder drops in front of you.
Well, I said I screw you up.
All right. You all following?
After
Yeah.
the kids go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the kids go up first, and then I'll follow.
Yeah, just no hesitation. Astariel's going.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't even wait for the kids. Fuck those kids. I didn't mind.
Damn.
Hey.
Hey, remember,
Okay.
soulless.
Hey, Blair, Eldritch Blast and Repelling Blast. Would that knock him off the ladder?
You could try, but your kids are squishy, remember? And they look like some extra HP to me.
You mean XP?
No, HP, some temporary hit points, bruh.
Holy fuck! You guys may drag yourselves. Here.
Do that again, I didn't see it.
Very top of the page. Zoom out. It's a big ass map because it's got all the different decks.
And like we've been together for 5 years. You know by this point, like human life beyond my crew doesn't matter to me. If I have a mission, I'm gonna complete it, or if you guys want something, but like human life doesn't really matter.
Hey, don't be so racist. They're elves.
Elves persecuted me most of my life, so when you say don't be racist, I could say the same to your race.
Oh god, this is gonna be a shit show. I can
No,
tell.
I'm human. I'm human. My stepkids are elves.
Well, they're not even your kids? Oh, you're doing
Yeah,
daddy's
dude.
home still, eh?
So, anyways,
Uh,
as you guys get onto the ship, you guys see the pirate-looking female you saw in the bar, who had offered you a ride. Well, nice to see you all. Next to her stands a man clad in plate mail, and there seems to be a crew. Most of them do not look like your normal upstanding citizens. They also are adorned with weapons, armor, but they seem to be waiting for orders. This man says, "While you are on my ship, there will be no trouble. Am I understood here?"
I'm gonna salute.
I'll
Aye,
give him a
Captain.
solid nod.
Very well. Make yourselves comfortable. We'll be leaving this planet shortly. Elena, the pirate-looking woman says, "Come with me. I'll show you around. I'm Elena, by the way. I believe I heard you introduce yourselves in the bar. Chuck, Cal, Albus, Isfahan? A weird name. Isfahan and Astario. I don't believe I've met you two, however." Still kind of reeling, they kind of remain silent.
These are my stepchildren. Although, as a player, I cannot remember their names.
Damn, bro, you're the one who gave me their names, aren't you?
I did not. Did
Oh. I'm 90% sure they are in your backstory. I'm pretty sure that's where I pulled the names from.
It should be in my bio. No?
It is Joralf, and I'm not sure if you want to pronounce it Thalia or Talia.
We'll say Talia.
Yeah, it is literally the second line of your backstory. Your wife, Lyriel, or Lyriel, and Thalia and Joralf.
Ah, yeah.
It is strange you do not know the name of your own stepchildren. But
Well,
both of these two kind of glare at you.
He wasn't home much.
Okay, in character, I would have remembered their names, but
Anyways. Well, if you'll follow me, I will show you around. I'll be honest, I didn't think we were going to get this far. I did not prep past this. So you got to give me a minute. Why don't we take our 10-minute break here?
Dope, I need to smoke.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll be back, everybody.
I'll take the time to learn my stepkids' names.
Welcome back, everybody. We are about to get back into it. I've been thoroughly enjoying this so far. So, the red-haired man that gave the order not to cause any trouble on his ship has allowed Elena to show you down to where you can get some rest. As you all follow her, where is... Okay, the ones who look like they're of ill repute begin to get to work. Shuck. I want you, since you have a lot of experience on ships, take a look around. Give me an insight.
Jesus.
I'll give you advantage because you do have a lot of experience.
Oh boy.
These men seem to know what they are doing. However, they seem to be looking around for things before they start getting to work, as if they don't know exactly where the rigging is on this particular ship.
Is anybody, we're not like where we are right now on the top, like we're shown, right? We're inside the ship.
No, you're like the last one, and you guys are heading down, but you're the last one, and you notice this as you get down to the bottom, which is here on the next ship down.
I'm going to whisper. Is she actually right beside me? Okay. I'm gonna whisper to them so nobody else can hear and be like, this isn't their ship. They are a ship crew, but they're not familiar with this particular ship. It's definitely stolen.
Elena says, "You are correct. But here's the thing. I did you a favor, now I need a favor. This is my ship. However, when I got to it, they had already loaded in their cargo and claimed it as their own. In order to get off the planet, I convinced them that I would be a good ship hand. And then, as we were passing a few miles by, I saw you and yours on that hill. You look sturdy. I saw you take out a few of those things. So I convinced him that you guys would be great deckhands and we should get you off that ship. And in return for that favor, I need you to help me take my ship back."
I want to change shape into like the tallest I'm allowed to be because I can't be bigger than like my own size. A suave looking, like a main character type, gray hair, beard, and look at her and be like, "Can you prove to us it's your ship?"
Takes a key out of her pocket, walks over to this door. She opens it. She steps through. She motions you guys to follow her. She opens another door. Continues on, opens another door. Sorry, that's the wrong way. She opens this door.
I
She
don't know
opens
if we're all
this
gonna play.
one. And she walks in here. My name is Elena Sartell. She walks over, picks this hat up, and puts it on. This over there on the side table, you will see a ledger. Go ahead. Give it a quick flip through.
If we look through it, what language is it in?
It is in common.
What's it say, Albus?
I read it.
As you flip through it, Albus, all of the entries are of what a ship log should look like. You've seen one aboard your own vessel. You know, the captain always writes in it. And at the bottom, it is signed Elena Sartell.
What's the date of the first entry in that log, Albus? I want to know if this pirate stole this ship from someone else.
She's Elena will say 3 years and 6 days ago. Albus, as you flip to the front entry, 3 years and 6 days ago.
Would I know how old this ship would be?
The captain's log would be each captain would have their own log. So this ship could be 80 years old, but the log is going to show whenever the captain took control of it. So look, I know you see me, you think pirate. In reality, I'm more of a smuggler. I don't enjoy all the bloodshed, and unless it's necessary. Yes, you can, Isfahan. She says, and if that is not enough proof, she kicks the chest here in front of her, and you see, in the chest, it is a small footlocker. There are, in this chest, a simple mirror. There is something strange you've never really seen before. It almost looks like a frame and glass, and in the middle of it, there seems to be an illusion of sorts. You see what looks to be her in the center, surrounded by a crew. They're all laughing and nudging each other. And
It's like a
engraved
Harry
on the
Potter
frame,
photo.
and engraved on the frame is the first voyage.
So what happened to your crew? Or dare I ask?
Well, a lot of them ended up in a prison when we were boarded by Spelljammers. Some others were killed. And the ones who were not, well, we were still going around that planet because I said I had people that were good crew members. And you can see a kind of a darkness come over her voice. After hours of searching, I fear them all dead. But then I saw you. Saw your group. I could tell by the way you handled yourself, noticed you around town the last few days, that you would know your way around a ship, as well as a fight. So I told him that you were friends of mine, that you were the people I was talking about. And you can see a couple tears well up in her eyes.
You seem genuine, which is hard for me to say about a pirate. We will converse with our party before we make a decision.
Very well. If you wish to converse, I would ask, of course, you do it in whispers, so we can't allow Travius and his crew to know what we are planning. I will leave the room so you may all discuss it. She comes out and she looks at Isfahan. I believe they have something they wish to discuss with you. And she points Isfahan towards the door.
I'll enter the door.
Shh.
I thought we were supposed to follow her.
No, she was leaving you alone to discuss, and she said you wanted to discuss it.
Well, I think the choice is clear. You know, at this point, uh, you know, it's her ship. I think enough people have lost things today. Let's take it back.
But
Give me an hour and a
if,
half, and I'm good to go.
if we just take it back and give her back her ship, she's going to keep smuggling. Is our duty not to stop smugglers? Should we not strike a deal that is beneficial for us, her, and the great Spelljammer Academy? Is it still Spelljammer Academy, or is it like
Fleet.
Spelljammer, like to the Spelljammer fleet?
Well, I guess it depends on what you're smuggling, but I hear it. I
Like,
think I think if
so,
we figure out a way just to maybe get through the next day or so, we can just get off the ship and leave the problem to her own.
but do we not need contacts in the underbelly? We could create a CI right now. You know, we
Well,
leave
I
her
think I
alone
think
and she
the
turns in other ones.
well, I think the law is very clear in this case. Although, she claims to be a smuggler, we have no material proof as to as she actually has smuggled anything. However, we
Th-
do have proof of a theft of a ship that we do need to act upon.
And is a confession not proof?
It's made under duress. We
Not
just,
from us.
well, I mean, we just escaped from a ship where, well, a lot of good people were lost, and that wouldn't hold up in a court of law. However, we do have proof that the ship was stolen.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying we don't help her. I'm just saying, in exchange for helping her, that she helps us at a future time. Like we are fresh out. We need ears on the sea. Do we not?
Didn't she just
We
help
don't
us
really.
out of a horrible situation?
Yeah, we don't really have much of a
There's that
bargaining chip
too.
here.
Did she
I
help
say
us, or
we
did
just
the
jump ship.
people who stole her ship?
That was her. Dude, okay. She convinced him to pick you up, saying that she knew you guys, that you guys would be able to help man the ship. She saved you. She's the one who threw the rope
Regardless,
down and asked if you guys needed a lift.
Regardless, I still said the same thing. I know the details, Blair. I'm just an asshole.
Jesus Christ.
What? This persona's an asshole. Do you not see my main character energy?
Yeah, D&D doesn't have main characters, homie. No.
But this face does. That's fine. I will concede to whatever you guys choose. I just feel it would be foolish to not at least try to get ourselves a confidential informant in the smuggling ring.
I, for one, would rather not be relegated to deckhand work for however long it takes for the Navy to get back to us with further orders or another command.
Aye, so rather than deckhand work, we kill them? Is that what you're saying?
I'm
You
saying
put them under arrest. There's an option.
But then would we
They
not
can
have to
make
do
it.
the deckhand work anyways?
Deckhand work ain't below me. Like I said before, he did pick us up. It's not like we owe her that much after just getting by. We could always just jump ship.
FYI,
I
you've all done deck work the entire 7 years.
I have an idea. I have the ability to, put a whisper in an ear that nobody would know where it came from. We decide where we want to go. I put this little earworm in their head and we see if it takes root and they take us there. I leave a rumor inside of them of a great treasure on a certain planet of our choosing, and when we get close, we arrest or we kill them. Then no, then we don't have to run this whole ship by ourselves.
these people could very well be using the brand of the Spelljammers um, incorrectly. As, as to say, they may not be Spelljammers at all. They may have just found some way of identifying themselves as Spelljammers and then been assuming that identity across the galaxy to do any sorts of crimes, including bullying people who may or may not be smugglers out of their own ships.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole point. We don't think they're spelljammers, do we?
No, nobody on this ship other than you guys is a spelljammer. Nobody even has on this ship has suggested that they were spelljammers.
Where are you getting your information from?
Probably when she mentioned the fact that many of her crew had been arrested or killed by spelljammers.
I just assumed that the Spelljammers were these guys.
No, definitely not.
Let's say we negotiate with her in good faith. She's done us a good turn. She saved us from a rather untimely end. And I think in this case, we can probably parlay this into a mutually beneficial relationship and transportation to somewhere that will give us a chance to get back to civilization.
This is why Ishfahan's my favorite.
Your favorite, still can't pronounce his name properly.
It's all good.
It's not Ishfahan.
It's fine.
It's
That's
Fahan.
okay. And I'm guessing because it's Iranian, so I have no idea.
Well, I'm sorry, my character's known you for 5 years, but I've only said your name for one session.
There you go. Just call him Izzy. It's all good.
This is why Izzy is my guy.
At the very least, I'd rather some smugglers, perhaps of the minor variety, running around than ship thieves who could be more volatile.
Exactly. There's nothing I hate more than a bunch of dirty ship thieves.
So we help her then.
Agreed.
Agreed. Isn't the hippo supposed to take up more than a 5-foot square?
No. He's still a class as medium.
Yeah, I can push and lift things as if I'm a large creature, but I'm not. I would say I take up my space though.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, in combat, if he's blocking a doorway, good luck.
All right. So the real question is, do we just out and out get rid of them right now, or do you want to try giving them a little bit of deceit to get us closer to where we need to go, so we don't have to do all the work ourselves? I am so sick of doing all the work ourselves.
Any deceit is an opportunity to be found out.
The spell I'm talking about, they'll have no way of. Part of the spell is that they will not know where this rumor came from, but it'll spread throughout them. And then we just wait and see if they take the bait and get us closer to where we need to go. Beyond that, what is there to find out? They know we're spelljammers. They know
No, they
that
don't know
we
your
were.
spelljammers.
Well, they know that we were saved by them and fleeing from there. There's not really much to find out.
So what is the group consensus?
I'm taking an hour-long power nap, then we're kicking their ass.
Fourth works for me.
I mean, you would have
But I
had
do-
your short rest because you guys were still on that planet. After you got out of town, I said you were still on the planet for a few hours. You had to make your way through the jungle and stuff. So you've got your short rest.
I still wouldn't mind the hour so that I could get a familiar.
I think we make it clear to the pirate that after we get the ship back, we're even. And then we get dropped off where we need, and maybe we go our separate ways if we wish. But I don't want to work for nobody.
I would not say we're even. I would say we have a mutually beneficial arrangement that should benefit us both in the future.
Bro, she saved your lives. Like,
Yeah, at this point, breaking even would be very hopeful.
Did she save our lives? I don't know that. We were just in a jungle, bro.
oh my god.
I
We were
was in no
stranded.
immediate threat. We'd fucking escaped the town. The town was fucking dying, but we were in the jungle, dude.
And
Also-
those vines, those big crystalline vines covered everything as far as the eye could see. The planet was overrun. It was done. You were not finding another way off the planet. She saved your balls.
I'm gonna give up on trying to convince them and just let them figure out what they want to do while I cast summon find familiar.
Sure. Who wants to go tell Elena or barter with her or what it might ever be?
Uh, I'll do it.
All right. You still waiting out in the lower deck? Other way, west.
I can't move.
Because I was moving you. You can see Elena is leaning against the mast, of which goes from the bottom of the boat all the way to the top. But she's leaning against the part in this area. Ah, come to a decision?
Yes, we have. We are going to, we are going to help you retrieve your ship, seeing as it is stolen and it is your property. Um, you know, your confessions of, uh, you know, smuggling, we don't feel they would hold up in a court of law. So, we understand being under duress, you know, sometimes you say things you don't mean.
I'm sorry.
So
Court of law? Who exactly are you?
we're the best hope you have of getting your ship back.
Yes. But who are you really?
And is Fan trying to bullshit by saying who's anybody really and getting into the philosophical crap?
You have sailed
Ma'am,
ships like this before. Who did you sail under? She has made no movement towards her weapons. Her arms remain crossed across her chest.
I'm gonna
But
break concentration on my ritual casting and walk out.
you are nowhere near this conversation. You are in another room right now.
okay, I got this. Ma'am, I am a former uh, legal assistant who just a few hours ago lost the love of my life. I am just doing everything I can to stay rational right now. So if I understand you want your ship back. It's in our best interest to help you. You saved our lives, and I'm just trying to hold it together.
Deception, please. I believe you were not. You were not a legal assistant, correct? Or am I wrong on that?
No, nope. I was parfumier.
Right. Deception, please.
Could
Fuck.
not be me.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you mentioning the court of law is just because legal assistance would be under the same laws as anybody else. You have to report any illegal activity. Very well.
Yeah, we're lawyers.
Still a little confused, however, on how you know how to pilot a ship. Or, sorry, how to man a ship. But very well. Here's what I offer. You help me retake the ship. We will deliver their shipment to the Rock of Brawl, I believe is where they were headed. And I happen to have some contacts there who can help you out with whatever it is you need. Whether it's a way home, way to a new home, what have you. However, we are not enough to man this ship. If we are going to do this, we need to make Travius either submit or not be alive. The rest of them, however, if we can maybe find a way to knock them unconscious, not kill them, we can give them an ultimatum. They may join us, or, seeing as how we have not breached the atmosphere yet, we can drop them back on the planet. If they join us, they are free to leave at the once we get on to the Rock of Bral. Cal, that name, you know that place.
What's the name?
Rock of Bral.
Indeed. It's a location with a lot of different civilizations on it. It'd be a good spot for us.
Cal, you know this
Lost
place because
contact
it's where
there.
you came from.
Yeah, there's a gift town there.
So, do we have a deal?
I'll look to my whatever compadres did step out with me, see if they approve.
I give him a little a wink and a nod.
Isfahan's giving a thumbs up.
Astariel just gives a very slight nod.
Very well. She tosses the key to you, Albus. Tell your stepchildren to lock themselves in the bedroom. Should we fail, you don't want those up there getting their hands on them.
Oh, we're not going to fail. Don't you worry, but I think it is best that they stay out of the way. They've already lost their mother today. I don't think they could handle losing one another.
Well, go tell them to get into the captain's bedroom. Lock the doors. Don't worry. There's no ale or mead in there. That's in a different area of the ship. And make sure they lock the door. They don't open it unless they hear one of us.
I'm just gonna head over to the bedroom and yeah. Hey guys, listen. There's going to be a mutiny, and I think it's best if you just lock yourselves in the captain's quarters until we get this whole thing sorted out. So, which one of you guys want the key? Huh? Huh?
The Thalia barely looks at you, but as she looks at you out of the corner of her eye and turns away, you can see the disdain in her eyes. The Joralf, pretty much the same thing, except he puts his hand out.
Right, I'll hand her off the key and be like, "Get your sister in the room, lock the door, keep her safe. I'll handle the rest."
She walks in, and he starts to, but as he gets to the door frame, he looks back. Better live long enough to get us to our father. And with that, he walks in, he shuts the door, and you hear the key lock and a latch slide down.
Who's the closest PC to me?
I guess Astariel's right here.
I'm gonna run up to Astariel, put both my hands on his shoulders, and be like, "Do you hear that? He practically said he loves me."
Yeah. That's what they said.
Well,
No.
it's not exactly what they said, but it's close. Not wanting me to die for a while. I'll take it.
Well, let's use that amped up morale. We've got a ship to take over.
Elena says, if we're going to do this, we need to do it now before we leave the atmosphere. Otherwise, my offer to leave them on the planet isn't going to go over well.
All right, let's go.
Shuck, are you waiting the next 50 minutes to get your familiar?
I don't know. Is everybody else waiting? I did say before we did this that I'm summoning my familiar. So,
We got no time for that shit. We gotta go crack some skulls.
all right. Well, would I be too focused, or would I notice that they're all just like not waiting?
Are you guys going to get him? Or her, I guess?
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know how to
basically
remove
just
my
go over,
sail.
grab her, and
All right. Albus comes up and lets you know that shit's going down. It's time to go.
Um, do I know where we're going? Because I wasn't in the room when they just said that we're going to brawl.
You have no idea what's been said.
Okay, because she's never said that before, that that's where they're going, because that's where I'm from, and that's not great for me.
Shame, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I want to know. I don't know that we're going there, though, right?
No, you do not.
Perfect. I'm perfectly fine then.
All right. Says, all right. Follow me.
Right, I guess let's do this.
All right. I'll move you guys up.